Let's go. What is up, Mind Buzz Universe? Welcome back to another podcast episode of the Mind Buzz. I am your host, GILL, and working the board this evening, today, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're listening to this podcast, is the lovely Amber. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
What's up?
Nothing much.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm still caffeinated from the morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how many shots do you drink in the morning?
2.
How often? 2 shots?
Yeah.
That's pretty standard, right?
But remember, I do the whole weaning off of coffee for a couple days. And then I redo it.
I wasn't aware that you do that.
Yes.
What is that?
We've been together for 7 years. I've been doing this. So every so often, I don't drink coffee for a couple days.
Okay.
Like if it's not doing anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink coffee for a couple of days. And then once I get back to it, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah. Today was that.
It was that day?
Was that day.
I
I cleaned the entire house today. So, yeah, it works.
Yeah.
It works very well.
I got to do that. I think I got to do it at least like every 3 weeks. I got to do it.
Yeah, I don't do it like often. I'll do it maybe once a month or like every so often. But I promise you, as soon as you leave it, and I know sometimes it's hard, but when you come back to it, it's like,
Yeah?
Yeah, like you tasted coffee all over again.
That
nice.
first sip of a fresh espresso in the morning is like the best thing.
I wonder if this is equivalent to like someone getting clean off drugs and then they relapse. Is that intense?
That's...
I don't know. I'm just
would hope
thinking
not.
like because the way that we're talking about it is
usually
ooh.
when that happens, people like they OD.
I know, but
like
you
bad.
know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say.
Okay, say something. Like, you seem
like an awful
like what
person.
I'm. Yeah. Like,
No, that's good. I not condemn you. I congratulate you.
deep down inside, you condemn me.
No, I wish I should try that. I need to try that because I think this week I'm at the point where the 2 shots aren't doing anything for me, and I end up drinking a Monster like what I did today. Like
and
right
you still
after.
have the coffee
And
right
I'm doing 2 shots right now.
Yeah,
and it's mid-afternoon.
I'm condemning you.
Condemn me. Drag me to hell. By the way, Drag Me to Hell is one of the movies that I seen last week. It was awesome. Did you like it?
What, like
Sam Raimi?
the last parts I seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was kind of weird.
It was weird, huh?
Yeah. Well, because I walked in like you 75% into the movie, and I was like, what the fuck are you watching?
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if it was like a horror movie or a comedy or like somewhere in the
Okay, so the last, you seen the last like 30 minutes of it?
I thought it was pretty campy.
It's pretty campy, right?
Mhm.
I think that's why it's on the list.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I would have known from the beginning that it was campy, then I wouldn't have been like...
I think it's just Sam Raimi as a director or a writer. I think he directed it, but I'm also pretty sure if you look it up real quick. And then we'll bring in our guest. But
sorry, guest. We'll be right with you.
I'll bring him in right now.
What am I looking up?
Just Drag Me to Hell, written by. And while Amber's doing that, let's bring in our next guest this evening. He's a content creator. He's also does stand-up. Please give it up for Drew Martinez, ladies and gentlemen. He is now a podcaster. I got to add podcaster at the end of every introduction that I do because now they're podcasters after they come on the show.
Nice.
Thank you for having me, Gil.
Yeah.
Wonderful spot.
Of course, man. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah. You guys were talking about the Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah. You watched it? You seen
No,
it?
I haven't yet, but I was looking at it. I was like, should I watch it? It's like one of those ones I wasn't sure of, to check out because I feel like a lot of, from 2020 and on, are a lot of predictable, scary movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right there. Drag Me to Hell 2009 was written by Sam Raimi and his brother Ivan Raimi. The duo wrote the script as a moral tale about character facing supernatural consequences for a greedy choice, which the story conceived about 10 years before production. Sam Raimi also directed the film. So, yeah, he wrote and directed it.
2009 has got to be a good movie then. You guys saw it, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it last week or...
last week.
Yeah, last week. I watched it last week, and I thought it was pretty good.
Oh.
So I'm doing this list. You know Bill Hader?
Bill Hader, no.
SNL.
Oh, okay.
He also wrote and starred in Barry. He's like a comedic actor. He was on SNL. That's what he's most famous for.
Uh-huh.
He has a list of 200 movies that he thinks that every comedy writer should watch.
Wow.
And I'm gonna try to get through all of them.
And one of them was Drag Me to Hell.
And one of them was Drag Me to Hell.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He has a lot of weird ones on there. Like he has like Toy Story 1, 2, and 3.
Is he saying like a meaning? What does he want you to get out of it?
Just from the article that I read, he just wants, I guess, he wants you to see, or the viewer to see, different styles of writing in movies and feature films.
Gotcha.
So I see that. Like he has. So out of Sam Raimi is more, he's most famous for Evil Dead, like Evil Dead 2, and then there's a third film that he did that's connected to.
But they both do only scary movies, huh?
Sam Raimi? I don't know. Can you look up a list of Sam Raimi films? I feel like I've only known him doing.
Oh, he was in Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, he did Spider-Man, too. I forgot.
And 3.
Yeah, Spider-Man, The Evil Dead, Send Help. Send Help's a horror film. He did all 3 Spider-Mans.
Send Help. I wanted to see that one.
Yeah?
I haven't seen it yet.
You seen any good movies lately?
What did I see that was probably like my best good one? I thought One Battle After Another was good.
Yeah?
I don't know if you saw that. That one was good with Leonardo. I thought that was great. As far as scary movies, I thought, what is it? Not The Strangers. It was the one with the children.
Oh, the ones that they're like.
Yeah. It's like Whispers. What is it?
No,
it starts with a W.
What's it?
I feel like it starts with a W.
Let's not guess, because then.
if only
with their arms out.
Yeah. If only there was a device that we can.
It just popped up. Bing.
What do I even look? Children
2025 scary movies, because I think it came out last year.
Disappearing horror.
It's like
movie.
I'm like, it's a great movie. I don't know what
it's
called.
like Whispers.
I want to say Weapons.
There we go. I know it started with the W.
Yeah, I thought that one was good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
The way it was described was good, because usually you're like, okay, pretty predictable. You know, kids go missing, blame the teacher. We start breaking down the evidence. You know, kids start going missing. What's wrong with the teacher? But while the teacher's explaining, I think there's a backstory to like how they're breaking it down of why they're getting missed and everything. It's great. And then you have Thanos in there, so that adds to it.
I'm almost sure that they said they're gonna do like another part, right? An adaptation, but it's like about her.
But are they gonna do a series, or are they gonna do like a second film on Gladys?
I think yes. I think it's her.
Gladys was her name, right?
Yeah, Gladys.
I think it did so well unexpectedly to them that they were like, we have to do a number 2.
Yeah. She was just a really annoying character.
She was good.
Why is it always the annoying characters that get a spin-off show?
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know.
I liked her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, the annoying character was Nun too, right? The Nun in Conjuring. I thought people were like fond of her, like, oh, she has to
the
get
Nun?
She has to have her own movie because of how scary she was and depicted she was.
Yeah.
Those movies scare me.
The Conjurings?
They do.
Yeah.
Most movies don't scare Amber, but the ones that do are they're
I think
surprising.
they're the more like
realistic ones.
Okay, look, this is the thing. I get scared when I'm at the theater, right? Like that. I don't like to feel like or the loud noises and stuff like that. But as soon as I get home, it's off. Like I'm not scared.
Gotcha.
But it's watching them that scares me, and I'm just like, like
What
I
scared
don't
you more, like the Conjurings or the Annabelles?
probably the Conjurings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Annabelles I liked.
Yeah.
I liked those ones too. But you know what? I kind of like cut it off with like, I don't really like when they possess children. I like when they like possess, like, I mean, I don't like it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's more like
Entertaining,
right
for you?
to see like a human, like an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Children is like very like fragile, and like honestly, like when you see a child like demonic, and they're beating up an adult, it kind of looks bad. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like bad directing after that. I'm like, why are we leading this? Like,
The one that scared me, that is odd that it scared me, but it just did. Like, I went to bed and I thought about it, was The Orphan.
oh,
Do you remember that one?
with little girl, right?
Yeah, but she was like an adult.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was,
yeah.
like,
And I don't
Benjamin
know, that
Button,
one
huh?
like kind of
Yeah.
like, like it
Gave you the creep, huh?
it creeped me out more than it like scared me. Like, I didn't think she was gonna pop up or anything like that.
Right.
I think I
That
just
thing
kept,
was crazy.
I kept thinking about
She
it.
like taped her boobs down. She like,
There's low key like guys that think like, damn, what if that happened to me? Like, I just get like,
yeah.
like, what would
yeah,
I do?
they're just like something. But then there is that case, the one that we watched. What's her name? Natalia Grace.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you know who that is?
Was it inspired by her, or was there a different? There was a different case. I don't know. There was a man. It was. So there's also Natalia's case, right? But there's also like another one that it happened the same concept. I think he was like a French dude. And he did the same thing, but he was doing it all over the world.
Oh, you're
Wait,
talking
it
about
was
the
a dude doing it?
documentary.
Yeah.
You're talking about the documentary we've seen. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, he looked like a little boy,
So
and he was like 40.
So he played off. Yeah, he played off as.
He played off.
I'm like,
He played off a missing child.
yeah.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
He looked just like the child.
No, not even. No,
We're both like,
Wait, what?
no.
no.
You have to watch the documentary.
Okay, what's it called?
Look up the documentary.
I gotta look it up.
See if
now.
there's a trailer. We got to show
I'm
him
like,
a
I
trailer.
want to tell you, but then if you're gonna watch it, I won't tell you.
just
I'm
pull
not
up
like
the
that. I
trailer.
really like. I don't care. Like if you tell me, I'm like, okay, I'm still gonna see it.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it's called.
French dude that
Yeah.
French dude that plays
Impersonates
a child. Real story doc.
a
The
boy.
one that gave me the creeps from inside of the scary movie was Hereditary. That one.
Dude.
Oh, I didn't watch those.
So good.
That it was good, right? But it was like I was like kind of creeped out. I was like, it's cultish for sure, but it's like very like creepy. I'm like, oh, like the sightings. You know what I mean? Like the sightings, like the.
So the director / writer of that, it's Ari something. Forget his last name. He does Hereditary, and he also does he did Midsummer.
Oh yeah,
which is also a really good film. He did both of them, and so good, dude.
Dang.
So good.
Okay, it's called The Imposter.
There we go.
Oh no way! I feel like I've seen that like in Netflix.
Yeah, it was on Netflix. It's a 2012, so you might you might have seen it.
Wow.
And it's a family that this boy goes missing, right? Like this American kid goes missing, and they can't find him and everything. I don't remember. Oh no, you know what? So he went missing in America, right?
Right.
The kid. And this guy is in France.
No, he's in Spain.
Oh, he's in Spain.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
look
But
at
he's
The
French, but he's in
Imposter, a documentary centered on a young man in Spain who claims
They're
to a
16 years
grieving
old.
Texas family that he is a 16-year-old son. He is their 6-year-old son who has been missing for 3 years.
Yeah. So, but the guy, the imposter guy, is like in trouble with the law and stuff like that. So he's
Right.
trying to see how he gets out of like, you know, what he's doing. So he goes on like missing children posts or like the FBI stuff, and he sees this kid, and he's like, okay, I could
could pull
probably
this off.
pass for him. So he calls like the bureau and says like, hey, I'm the missing kid. And they're like, what the hell? What is he doing all the way in Spain? Like, he's from Texas.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he like
Oh,
dyes
no
his
way.
hair and all these
Yeah.
things. They take him over to Texas. The family sees him. And they're like, is this your, like, they tell the sister, is this your brother? And she's like, yeah, it is him.
No.
The kid missing had blue eyes, and this dude has brown eyes. And then all of a sudden, he has an accent.
Yeah.
And this other kid had no accent. And he's a white kid, like white.
Right.
And this dude's like not. He's French.
Yeah.
So there was all these like parallels of things that just did not match up. And you're watching the whole documentary like, how is this family so fucking dumb?
The evidence pointed that, no, this wasn't your son. This wasn't your brother. This is some weird dude. I think he still had like an accent.
Yeah, they had an accent.
An accent? Like a Spaniard accent?
He was like trying to get caught. How do you get away with this? Like,
I think he thought like, I'm gonna see how far it goes.
Yeah.
And when the family started like, he was like, oh shit, I'm in.
oh shit,
Yeah, like they're like they interview him.
Yeah.
He comes out and he says he's like, I couldn't believe that they were like falling for what I was saying.
Now that's fun.
But then they explain like grief, right? How the family wanted like the kid back so bad that they were like, these were blinders that they had. Like they were just like,
the mom was like, you know what? I don't even care that we circumcised him, man.
Wait,
it
drop
grew,
his pants?
It grew back.
Yeah, that's him.
It's all right. I mean, 3 years. 3 years, the skin grew back.
Yeah, watch it again. I've watched it twice already. I watched it one time by myself and then another time with him, and it was good. And then the one that I was telling you, the Natalia Grace one, it's an actual she's an actual person. So she's like a little person, and she gets adopted from Ukraine, and she gets brought to a family, and the family adopts her, and then after a while, the family's like, we can't take care of her, so they literally put her in an apartment by herself, and then they're like, okay, we'll just come back and like watch over you. So then the parents were saying that she was an adult,
no way,
trying to be a child, but then she claims like I was an actual child. So it's just this like long thing. Yeah, there's
like
a lot
she
of
could
stuff.
possibly be sick in the head.
Yeah, and then they were saying like that she tried to like harm people, and then she tried to be with a dad, like kind of the things that happen with the orphan.
Yeah.
But it's a real life. And now she's an adult, I guess. I mean, depending on what you believe.
I believe they took both of those cases and they came up with the orphan.
Yeah.
Because both of those plots, both of those are very, they're integrated into that movie.
Those are the movies that scare me. The movies that are real, like that
can be real. They have they have real
like
plots,
the demonic stuff and all that. I mean, for me personally, it's like okay, like you know, like I'm like all right.
What about Drag Me to Hell? Do you think that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think some crazy woman, crazy man can put a curse on you? Do you believe in curses? No. Do you believe in curses?
Yeah, I do.
You believe in all that voodoo stuff?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe like if someone's gonna practice it, it's gonna be like real, you know. And I believe like if there's a good, there's a bad. That's how I see it. Like we pray to God, we pray to churches, whatever you believe in. I think whatever you believe in, there has to be the opposite of that.
Right. Yeah, of course. It's
there's no like even in life, I feel like they say that like with the sign, is it the Chinese sign?
The yin and the yang?
The yin and yang. You know what I mean? It's like there has to be.
Yeah, because there's duality to everything in life. Right. There's two things that oppose each other. Yeah. In life, and that's just it's science, it's the universe, it's God, whatever you want to call it. There's duality to everything. Right.
Yeah, I know.
I think that people can like wish you bad. And again, this is just my personal opinion, but I don't feel like I can physically be cursed. Right. Maybe and again, this is my opinion, but maybe the whole like curse thing, like if you know, or there's sometimes people say like I didn't know I was cursed, or if somebody tells you something, right? It also goes to play with like psychologically, like how you perceive things, or like
how much you believe into it.
Yeah, like or when people say like, do you speak Spanish? No. Okay. Well, I'll translate it.
You know what I noticed I noticed that if you ask somebody if they speak Spanish and they say poquito, they don't know Spanish. I just found that out today.
Remind me about remind me to tell you about my nephew. Remind me about telling me about my nephew.
I'm saying from experience because I don't know Spanish. I know Spanish, but not enough to tell people. Not enough to tell people. Oh, I know Spanish.
Right,
you know what I mean?
So he's like poquito.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is, I forgot what I was gonna say too.
About the curse.
About the curses and
like
people. Okay, like when people say like they wished bad upon you, or like just those things. Again, I think it goes with kind of what you perceive or portrayed it, or even like when people have said, like the other day I was talking to a friend and she's like, that she had gone to get like her palm read.
Oh yeah.
And again, I don't believe in like, oh, you can tell me my future, but I also don't want to go because I don't want someone to influence my mind.
Yeah,
with
you can have it fixed, right?
That can maybe possibly not happen. And I also think like your mind is very, very
fragile,
but also very like you make things happen for yourself. It could be very strong in the sense of like if you really believe that these things are going to happen, some way, somehow that path is going to get there. So I don't know. I really don't know. And again, I mean, we've had several conversations on here. I didn't grow up with religion or my mom like scaring us in any way of like witchcraft or anything. Like that was never a topic.
I mean, your mom never did witchcraft?
No. No, there was nothing. So, it's like...
Gil's shocked.
Yeah, he's shocked. And it was nothing like ever like, oh, put the candle on. Like any Latino, like things that maybe are...
Tu muerte.
Yeah, like nothing like that was ever presented to me. So now as an adult, it's like, those things fascinate me. Like, I think like, oh, cool. But it's a little hard for me to have it present within my life. But then the other day we were talking about it in my book club where we were talking about how like a lot of I don't want to say like witchcraft, but a lot of like magic things were things that also were brought by like our ancestors. And they were talking about like colonizing and like how colonization colonized a lot of these like witchy factors and made them into like, no, that doesn't exist. Religion exists.
Right.
So then people were saying like, sometimes I feel like I could do this, and I was like sitting there like, oh, okay. So I think it's an interesting factor of like,
it is because, I mean, if you think about it, before colonization, the natives that were wherever, whatever part of the world you're from, there's this, I guess, no matter what culture it is, right? No matter what culture it is, they all had different similarities to their cultures.
Right, of how they practice.
Of how they practice stuff. But they called these entities or these things, different names, of course, because of the different languages, but like they all did the same thing.
Like, I feel like Mulan. Like, for instance, when he's like bashing the bells and waking up all the gods, it's like, I feel like that's the same thing, like when the same thing as the Mayans. They could be preaching to certain gods as well. And they do like smoking, they do like sacrifices. They do like
horn.
Yeah, they do like certain things. Then you go to Nigeria, wherever there is, and you have like, they have like the sticks through their face or like whatever that I don't even want to be wrong, but you know what I mean? That we've all seen that, religion where they believe in that, and they only eat a certain type, and some of them are like squirrels, humans, wherever they kill, and I'm like, dude, what's crazy is like now that so much internet's gone out is that you could see like there's a guy that like will travel to like an island and he'll like put a droid up to see like who's there, and like you just see like the islanders still in like almost like 1800 war, ready to go. Like they haven't stopped moving there.
Yeah, because they're islands that haven't been occupied by anyone, so they still live very tribal. Like they probably don't even know that internet exists or that cell phone.
You will freak them out.
Yeah, they're scared. They're really
you will
scared.
have a phone and you will get shot with an arrow.
Would you think? Do you remember when Jackass went out there to one of the? I think it was a Jackass 2.5 where they couldn't show like an episode because they went out to a tribe and they had to stop. Like there was like 3 of them, And Steve-O, Chris, and Knoxville were there, and he was saying, like, I was fucking scared. Steve was like, I was scared as hell, man. Those motherfuckers were going to eat me alive. And I was like, dude, they were. A guy was like going like, ow, ow.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, shit, dude. But they were like, they're going to eat whatever they eat. So they were like, testing it out. Like, they just couldn't do it. And one of them was getting crazy with like what's it called? Like, he had like, it was like elephant teeth around his neck, dude. Like, I don't know what this was. And like, he was going at Steve-O, and he was Steve-O was trying to party with him, but the guy was like, no, I want to kill you. And the guy that was like with the tribe, like escorting him, like had to tell him like, no, he doesn't mean that. Cause there was one good one. That's how I feel like they got there. But like, they were scared shitless. And I was like, damn, those tribes still exist. That was only like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So it has to be like, you know.
Well, if they lasted that long, then I'm pretty sure that it's still they're still pretty active. Now. You know.
Oh, that's scary.
If it hasn't been that long.
Scary stuff, though.
You think so?
I just think it's like we'll never see it because we don't like have the power to like teleport anywhere. But it's like so much in this world that it's like we haven't seen.
Still
you'll never see it. And that sucks.
I think it's something like there's like a small percent of the ocean that we still haven't even touched.
Me.
Yeah. You think it's small or you think it's big?
The ocean?
No, I'm saying like what percent of that we haven't touched. Do you think
it's large. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's like 10, like not less than 10%. Can you look it up? It's like less than 10% of the ocean that we've
figured out.
And we can't
we've seen. So there's other 95% of ocean that we haven't even seen or touched or experienced.
Because we can't travel that far down without the pressure, like imploding everything.
It's like space going up and down, right? Like once you hit space, you're pressured out.
Yeah.
You'll have no air, basically.
That's why to me, again, mine, but like to me, it's almost like, I don't want to use the word egotistical, but it's almost like very egocentric of us to think that we're the only like
it's naive
something,
like,
you know. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's aliens or it's other humans or, you know, I'm not saying in that, because I also don't, I know you believe aliens, but I think like species or even just other things, like there has
Bigfoot, reptilians.
So I don't know something.
I don't think that they're aliens in the, I guess, the traditional sense, a little green man. For me, an alien is a broad definition of, I think aliens are interdimensional beings that can travel in and out of dimensions.
When you think of these beings, what kind of beings do you think they are? And I mean that as in like, okay, they're aliens, right?
Yeah, they're like physical or
no, like, okay, so like physically we discovered they're aliens. Let's just say they're aliens. But now let's go deeper into them. Mm-hmm. So it's like we would go to a planet and it'd be like me and you. And we'd be like, okay, they're looking at us like, fuck, they're humans. That's all they would call us, right?
Right.
But we're like pot smokers and like drunks. Do you get what I mean? I want to see what kind of aliens are pulling up to our Earth.
Oh, okay. I see.
Or
What
like
you're
the
saying.
opposite.
You know what I mean? Like, are they stoners? Like, the guys are like, what if they're like kids that from their like Earth are like, fuck it, let's just go to Earth, dog, and check out these fools and trip out. And they're like on shrooms looking at us like, fuck yeah, let's grab this guy real quick, see what he does. And they're like fucking with us, or like grab the cows and they're like dissecting them.
For sure, they're doing something weird. Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're probably like
or they're like soldiers that like have to come down here. That's how I see it. Like, there could be like two types of people that like, they're like, we've captured so many species. I'm like, what are the odds they capture like some regular like dude that works at Carl's Jr. and he's like, yeah, I just came to visit and you guys caught me, damn. You know what I mean? Like, and he's pissed, like, fuck, how am I gonna make it to work tomorrow? They got me trapped here.
I think it's Bill Hicks who has that bit about why aliens visit like southern, like they always go to the south. They don't ever go to any place good.
Yeah,
they always go to some random barn or random farm in mid.
Someone that's no one you can't even get a hold of. They don't even know who's looking at them.
Right.
Yeah. Because they're not gonna go somewhere where it's filmed everywhere, which is here. You know what I mean?
But even then, I think they're just so far in advance that they have the power to manipulate just anything.
So do you think there's also like multi-universes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think multi-universes, but the same person we are, but now you just have like, okay, 3 eyes. Now you have this.
100%.
Like now that we're watching Star Wars, I kind of like it. I know it sounds goofy, but it's almost like
you could be one of those characters.
Like it could be that.
Like how? Like where are they getting this?
Yeah,
from?
like
like you guys don't make up something unless knowing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna know what an alien looks like if I've never thought about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I don't even know what it looks like. Like if they're like, draw me something and it's a word, but you're like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Like I think that there's sightings, right? We can't I was gonna say discount, or we can't say
discredit.
We can't discredit. We can't discredit people that think that have seen an alien because for one, we don't know what they look like, and then two, I feel that these interdimensional beings can turn themselves into whatever we perceive them as.
Shape-shifting, huh?
Yeah, they can shapeshift into whatever we think that they look like. Yeah. Right. And honestly, these interdimensional beings, we don't have the senses to even see them, track them, smell them. Right. We're
like ants to them.
Exactly.
Yeah. We go about our days. We don't understand like what they look like. Obviously, we know like they're bigger than us.
Yeah.
You know, they could do whatever they want with us. But you know what's crazy to me with that? Everything, it's like, it's not against the law to talk to them though, right? If you were to land one, if they were, right? But it's against the law to talk to a dolphin.
Is it really?
Yeah. You can't communicate with dolphins. It's illegal.
I seen something like that about dolphins. No, it's true.
You can't talk to a dolphin?
You can't.
Why?
Because they'll know how to communicate with you. It's fucking weird. There was a guy that went down in San Diego. His dolphins took him down and made him start building like an empire for him. It was telling him shit. And he came back like 3 days later. It was crazy. The guy went missing, and then the guy that came back, like he was saying like, oh yeah, I was talking to dolphins and they brought me down to their lair and basically I had to work for them, blah, blah, blah. I was like, damn.
Where they took him down where?
I don't know.
To Atlantis.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like he's like making
like
up.
That, yeah.
It honestly sounds like he's making it up, but like he was actually getting like a crime. Like he was actually going to jail for
serious?
Talking to them, supposedly. Yeah, that's what he's saying. But everyone's just being like, oh, you're crazy. But now if you look at the law, it's against the law.
Where is it at?
Dolphins shocked and speak their language.
I seen that though. I seen the guy that
where they might even took it down.
And then this week I seen something in a comment section on TikTok that said, how can you talk to something but it's illegal to talk to dolphins? And I was like, what the hell are they talking about? But now it makes sense that you're saying that.
Just look up, is it illegal to talk to dolphins? That is wild. This is the first time I'm hearing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Over here, look.
I'm not much into.
Yes.
I don't follow.
Attempting.
To communicate with or talk to wild dolphins can be considered illegal. What the?
Under the U.S. Marine Mammal Protection Act, it is unlawful to engage in harassment, quotations, quotes, which legally includes any action that has the potential to disturb a marine mammal by disrupting its natural behavioral patterns.
What do you feel about that? Doesn't it make you want to talk to them?
Yeah.
Right? I know what they're saying. The ones at SeaWorld are saying,
but why?
We want the Yin Yang twins next week.
Didn't they perform there?
Dude, who was there this past week was Baby Bash. I was like, hey, I'd go see Baby Bash to listen and to watch some dolphins do some backflips, you know?
Did you know that they were doing that?
Who?
At SeaWorld.
Did you know they have live performances there now?
The Yin Yang twins?
Yeah.
Really?
And Baby Bash, yeah.
And Baby Bash?
They
Waka Flocka, Yin Yang twins, Baby Bash, Soldier Boy, Nelly.
I didn't know that many people.
I promise you, look up SeaWorld's concert list and there's going to be I mean, they look horrible. The Yin Yang twins look bad. You know, dude, I would hire them for like a wedding, but that's about it.
That was the time, dude. That was...
What if the dolphins like
That's what I'm saying.
Like R&B and rap, and they're making them
right.
What if these people?
There's something behind them just pulling up. That makes no sense. Why aren't they pulling up to Knott's Berry Farm?
That's true.
No, Ratchet, that place would get.
Yeah.
Oh look,
they're going crazy.
And is that where the dolphins are held?
I'm not sure, honestly.
yeah, I think they make them do tricks right here in the front.
I
my
think they
God.
honestly might be for real. I'm not joking about that.
What the heck? And
That's
people
actually
are all
not that bad. $40 for a ticket isn't really.
You're
that's
like,
actually
wait,
You're like,
hold on.
all right, we're gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to because look at that launch pad right there in the middle is probably
Yeah.
where the trainer like
Yeah, have
Oh, yeah,
something
hangs
does
out right
tricks
there.
and shit with the. All right, I gotta go see this.
You have to, I'm
Let's go
telling
see
you, you gotta go
orcas.
see someone
I've
perform.
never been to SeaWorld.
Oh, so you do a day ticket and then you have to buy an additional
Yeah.
ticket?
Next, coming out to SeaWorld, Los Bookies.
Imagine Ramon Ayala. He's
I know,
like,
they're all like, hey, let's
He's on
get
a
it.
dolphin.
hey, Ramon Ayala is in hot water right now.
Why?
Or his son is.
Is he really? Why?
Yeah, because they came out with allegations of his son inappropriately
With the
with some of his band people.
Uh-huh.
whoa.
And then they showed
Playing
a video.
some flute, huh?
Yeah, and then they showed a video. The guy that's like that came out to say like I had been assaulted by Ramon Ayala Jr. He gave as evidence like video. I guess he was taking videos of stuff, and then the guy. I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry, but Ramon Ayala Jr. I guess at some point like is taking a dump, and then he like wipes himself with toilet paper, and he opens the door to like the restroom, and he starts throwing it at like the band guys.
That's grimy.
Yeah, so they're saying like not only is he accusing him of like sexual, but also like just like misconduct in general and the way that he like
That's gross.
treats. Yeah.
It's assault, honestly.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, to even throw your urine at someone or like, that's
Or if
assault.
you-
Spitting at someone.
If you spit at somebody, it's assault.
yeah.
So
That's wild.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah.
like, why?
Why what?
Why would you do that?
Look, I can see maybe he tried to make a pass at him and he didn't like it, right?
Yeah, so the guy says that Ramon Ayala Jr. was trying to make passes at him, like
So
for a while.
I think there's two things going on. Maybe passes at him, and then also dudes.
Yeah, but come on, to
We
fling
do some-
your caca paper.
But that's what I'm saying. That's such a rock and roll thing to
premeditated,
do.
baby.
You know what I mean? Like you guys are hanging out. You guys are on tour. You guys are messing around. You're just hanging out with the dudes. You do some
You're
weird
drunk.
stuff like that.
You're drunk.
Right.
There's alcohol, there's drugs, whatever is involved. Because they're definitely not living a sober life on tour.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Guys, you guys are not you guys, but guys are.
No, but you know what I'm saying,
I know
right?
what you're saying. I know
We
what
don't
you're
doubt it, is what we're saying.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and he probably did something that he didn't like, and now he's like, oh, now I'm gonna go and
Yeah, so the guy says
I'm gonna
that
tell
he told
him.
him like, oh, why don't you quit? Why don't you quit? Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna quit because you're working for your idol. Because the guy says that Ramon Ayala was his idol, so he's like, I work so hard to get
To where I'm
to
at.
where I'm at and be in his band. He's like, so his son knew like how much I wanted this, so he just kept.
Got a
yeah.
hold on him.
Yeah.
Well, then he's
Grab him
just
by the
being a
balls,
jerk
basically.
then.
Yeah, and he's a jerk.
Yeah, he's just being a jerk.
Yeah. And then to be honest, we think about like, let me not make amends with this guy. Let me take a dump, wipe my ass, and then throw it at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like that's pretty bad, dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
You know?
Yeah, that's gross.
Because I even think someone throwing a drink at someone is terrible. Like that.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
So like, I think I'd rather get, I don't know, would you rather get spit on? Or like someone like at you, or like a drink thrown at you?
I've had both, and
Which one did you like more? Which one was your favorite?
I'd rather the drink. The spit grossed me out.
Why, it hit your lip? Yo.
It hit my face.
Oh, yeah. Anywhere in your face, honestly. Gross.
I was like
Anywhere
gagging.
on you.
I was
gross.
gagging. And then the dude that had the audacity to do that to me, like he was telling everybody I was crying. I was like, no, I wasn't crying. I was
Getting the loogie out
I
of
was
my
getting
eye.
a loogie out of my eye, and I was like, oh, it's making me.
So then you'd rather take the drink for sure then.
Oh yeah, drink one.
What was it a drink? What was it? A beer? A
It
shot?
was like a soda or whatever. It wasn't crazy.
He's all
All right, well, we gotta know why these stories.
I've had random stuff thrown at me. My own clothes, my own underwear.
Remember that time that guy punched you when you tried to kick him out? I think it was a homeless guy. You were still working at the fair.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I got punched out by a homeless dude trying to kick him out of a bar because I used to be a bar manager.
No way.
Yeah, and we were closing down, and it was an outside like trailer bar type of thing. And we are doing an event, and I was closing down the bar, and he was just hanging out. And I told him, I was like, all right, dude, you got to go now. He was trying to talk to the bartender.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, okay, well, we're closing. You got to go now. Like, leave. Right. And then he's like, okay. And then he walks away, like, pretending that he's going to leave. And then I'm bending down to go, like, put some cups away. And as I'm coming up, like, he swung at me. Like, he barely, like...
Hit you?
He barely hit me, but it was enough to, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, call security because I don't know. You don't know these crazy people, what they have now. No. Like, he could have a gun. He could have a knife. He could have something, dude.
You should have just been like, here, take her.
It was Pomona. Yeah.
All right, if it's not that serious, here, take her.
It was Pomona, dude. It was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I live. It's bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know for a fact it's bad.
It's all right. I like Pomona.
Yeah, Pomona's it's a good veteran area. You know what I mean?
Veteran area?
Veteran? Like, there's a lot of vets there, I feel like.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Like, it's an older crowd hangout, I feel like.
Yeah.
When you're in Pomona downtown. There's, like, one little spot with, like, the youngins and the perverts. And then, like, you have, like, the just the homies.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that've been there, the ratchets. I like ratchets, you know, they're fun to look at. You know, not like when they're like, I like ratchets because they act like they don't have a job to go to the next day. And they probably don't, but we're like, you know, they just show it though. Like, I don't have to go to work. Please get down from the table. You know? But hey, those ones keep the world going around because it would be boring too. It's like you didn't see any action, but you see like one person like doing what they're not supposed to be doing, basically. You're kind of like, hey, I like it.
I like the fact that Amber, like the night before last night, like 2 days ago, Amber witnessed somebody almost getting like pulling out a gun on somebody. And then the next evening, she was like, can you go walk and go get me ice cream?
It was in our neighborhood too.
I just thought about that. As I was walking to Baskin Robbins,
can't even go to Baskin Robbins.
I was going to Baskin Robbins, and I was like, "Wait, hold on! Somebody almost got shot." Like,
but they're not
the same.
They weren't from here.
What do you mean they weren't from here?
They were all in cars.
You asked them, "Where you from?"
No, I did yell from my window, and then after I was like, "They're gonna be like, who the fuck is yelling?"
Oh man,
that was scary.
No, I was eating dinner. Well, I wasn't eating dinner. I was eating a snack in the kitchen. He was gone. And then I
was
heard
eating my second dinner.
I heard that's what I was eating dinner.
You describe it out.
And I heard like noise. So we live on the second story, and then our window is like this giant window, and it leads out to like street view. Right. So I was like, what the heck? And I like ran to my window, and as I run to my window, I see like a truck, and then a motocross bike, and then this guy, and he's like walking away, and he had a helmet and a backpack, and he was like, it's not me, you have the wrong guy.
That was crazy.
He's like, it's not me. And then one of the guys from the truck gets off, and then he like,
oh shit.
I didn't see the gun, right?
You could see him,
but motion. I mean, come on, what are you taking out of your pants,
right?
Or unless he was like trying to scare him or something. So then that's what I seen was the movement. And then the guy that was running was like, don't shoot me. And my instinct was like, hey, like, because I'm like seeing someone in distress. So for me, it was like,
yeah.
And then after I was like, oh shoot, and then
I'm
I like
shoot her.
And then I crouched down. It's like,
she's closer.
Right there.
Yeah. So I was like, and then
I was only helping you. Let's get her.
I'm on 911. I'm calling 911 on my couch, like. But the guys took off, and then I didn't know. So like the whole night, I don't know. I'm an empath, so I think of these things like
right.
And then I was just thinking,
except if she wants ice cream, then she
I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry.
There's
but
people
yeah.
out in the wild.
But yeah, so I don't know what happened to the guy. I don't know what happened to the other guys. I don't know what the whole thing was. And that's kind of what's sad about like
World is crazy.
But that's what's sad about our society now is that like we don't even want to like it sounds bad, but we don't want to help other people because we're scared of
Your own life.
repercussions and your own life. And it's like, what do? Like, do you step in and help someone and then that causes your life? Or do you just watch someone like have something bad happen to them, but you save? Like, it's one of those things that I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, what
Yeah.
happens? Like there, I could have been like, hey, like, I fucking saw you or something. You know, I don't know what I was going to do. But
Right.
when I reacted and then I thought, oh, shoot, like they could see me and they know where I live. Like, then that happened. And then I told him and he was like, why did you say anything? And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Look, I know it's illegal to talk to them, but I think whatever the dolphins are doing, there's no dolphins pulling up guns on each other.
No,
they're not doing anything.
Dolphins.
They're pretty peaceful. We need to talk to them and ask them.
No, they're not. Dolphins.
Dolphins might be a little sneakier than you think.
They're okay. They're a little bit horny, but they're fine.
Dolphins rape.
Yeah. That's what I heard too.
It's like
I don't know. I'd rather be
No.
that than have a gun pulled on me.
No.
100%.
No.
What if
you don't.
dolphins want to be raped?
I mean, it could be something like within their species.
They're like, oh, you guys call it rape here? Oh shit.
We're just procreating.
We were just
That's how we
doing
do
the
it.
deed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, maybe, and maybe you're right. I mean, it's animalistic, and we're putting humanly labels on it.
Right.
But yeah, they're kind of scary.
Okay. Aside from that, they're pretty peaceful, right? Besides all that.
I wouldn't say they're
We're gonna ride
peaceful.
I'm trying to go to SeaWorld still.
Hey, $40 to go see the Yin Yang Twins? I don't know.
And a dolphin.
I'm telling you, dude. That's the next fair spot, dude. Everyone's just gonna pull up to the SeaWorld.
Oh, that's
I don't know who Bill Cosby's lawyer was, but they need to represent dolphins
the
too.
dolphins.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's gonna say that. He's gonna be like, you know what, Your Honor, it's not that bad. They're not pulling guns on them.
No.
I don't know, dude. Did you watch the roast
I did.
of Kevin Hart? What'd you think?
I thought it was good.
You watched the whole thing? It was 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was wild for a roast.
It was 2 days I did it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was to me, I think it's good. I for sure know there's like boundaries and you can feel like, what shots are being taken.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just feel them. To me as a comic, I feel like if you're going to do it, like you got to write it well. You get me? Like there has to be a reason why they're feeling some type of way, which is comedy in general.
Mm-hmm.
We feel some type of way about something, we're going to go on stage and say it. And I think those are a little personal. Because they knew shit about each other, but I'm like, it's like talking to your homies and like everyone in the game, and it's like I've been around these guys for the past 10 plus years, so for me not to say anything, or me like take a backspin and like, oh, I shouldn't say this. I think it would be a dishonor in comedy.
Right. I think. What do you think about this? Who was doing this? Shane was doing this because I didn't watch all of it. I watched all the way up until like Regina Hall, and then after that I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it on the shelf for a little bit and then I'll come back. But Shane was when a joke didn't hit very well with the audience or it just didn't come out right, he would immediately say, I don't know who wrote that, or he would bring up like he would bring up about like the writing or who wrote it in
Like
general.
that was the best one.
To kind of like brush off the joke. I kind of didn't like that because one, he broke, I guess he broke the fourth wall in a sense, and then also two, Amber's mom was talking about it, and she's not a comic. She's just like a spectator. She's a person that's watching it, and she was like, oh, it took the fun out of watching the show because they were saying, oh, like, because when you're an audience member, you're watching the comic saying the jokes in like thinking that they're doing the writing, that they're that's their joke, that's their voice. Once you start breaking that, once you start breaking that, it just I feel like it takes out the fun in that.
I think there's I feel like what you're saying, definitely there was some dead spots in there where it was just like how do we react?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he was like you said, kind of even convincing us that it was a good joke and it's just us that don't get it because we're dumb.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine to think like that, but it's also like you can tell like maybe was he not prepared? Maybe he was trying to like, I got this, I can rig it. He gives me that energy, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of like I can riff this.
Yeah.
You know?
I also like too that who was it? There was a few people on the roast panel that they were reading the teleprompter that probably didn't see the jokes, and
because they can't see that far.
Well, yeah, that and they didn't go over the material before they got on stage to read the teleprompter.
Yeah,
and it was the first time them seeing it, and they were laughing like as they're reading. Yeah, I thought that was great. It's like those moments on SNL.
Yeah,
when because Michael Lauren, when he writes,
you could tell
Saturday Night Live, or when he produces Saturday Night Live, he doesn't like them breaking character or breaking during the scene.
And people are like,
yeah, it's almost like funnier them not breaking and trying not to laugh.
Yeah, when they're too serious and we're like they're expecting it, it's almost like it's our job to carry the laugh. Yeah, but sometimes if the comic is saying it, it's almost like they are already convincing us because they're laughing at it and we're listening to them. So I think whatever they're thinking is going to be funny.
Yeah.
But I think the roast was good. I think we need those because I think those are going to be around for a long time, like how they have been already. I mean, I just hope Jeff Frost is at the next one because
he was great.
He was the best.
He's fucking murdered.
Yeah. I think, like I was telling my mom today, me and mom were having the conversation about the roast, and I was telling her, I was like, I really liked how like him, even Chelsea Handler, and then the other lady, what was her name? The one with the afro. But you know who I'm talking about, right? I feel like I really enjoyed, like, not everything was like, I wasn't like, slapping my leg, you know, like,
right. You're kind of dissecting everything. Yeah,
but I think their roast was like, one, it was funny, and then it was like also tasteful, and it was kind of like that old school, you know, like not family, but like in the sense of like they were roasting him, but still making the joke with it, right? Where I felt like even like some of like the younger comics, I just felt like they were just throwing out like just haymakers. Pure like insults, like it wasn't even.
That's what I'll say. Yeah,
it I don't know. That's how it felt for me. Like with Jeff Ross, right? Yeah, like we laughed almost his entire thing. Like it was just so funny. And I've seen him in other roasts, and he does the same thing. And this one, to me, I just felt was very performative. Yeah, and I think the whole like them reading off the teleprompter, you could tell that they were reading like word by word,
like straight into like, the camera.
And I just felt like it wasn't as like it was too much of a show, too like a performance versus like a real shooting the shit roast that used to be like the ones that used to come out on Comedy Central when they first started. That's how they were.
And they were all comics during that time, to be honest. So it was like when they start bringing up little celebrities, and I'm like, bro, Tom Brady, Draymond Green, like I'm like, bro, Lizzo, like I'm not even. I don't hate to say this, but I'm even gonna say it. But just like stay in your lanes, like you know what I mean. Like just let the comics that have been doing this for a while, because there were so many comics left out that could have roasted the shit out of Kevin Hart that we would have liked to see. We didn't see Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean. We didn't see Ari Spears. We didn't see like just other black comedians that I feel like could have been up there. That I'm like, bro, even bring out Chris Tucker. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like these are guys that are still in comedy. Chris Rock wasn't there. Like, I'm just like, these guys are... He was even on his show and he wasn't there. What do you think of the funny ass fuck contest? What do you think?
I don't think I watched that.
Oh, no. Check it out.
That's the
competition.
on
I've been
Netflix,
wanting
right?
to watch. Yeah.
Check it out.
Got it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
We'll come back to that one.
Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys gotta watch it.
Yeah.
It's good.
I've
It's
been
good.
wanting to
Very
watch it.
inspiring. Very inspiring for sure. I was very inspired to write a lot more for that, and just like how I'm navigating the jokes now.
Uh-huh.
I think that was very, very inspiring because I'm like, damn, these are like good ones. Like they're right. I'm like, and then you just like, when you're dissecting them, you're like, oh, okay. How did he get there? You know, why did he bring up this point?
Did you start writing sketches first before you got into stand-up, or was it stand-up first and then you started doing sketches?
Yeah, I started doing stand-up first for a good like year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was realizing like no one supports your comedy, so you got to go get your audience. So then I started working backwards and just started doing sketches. And then I was like balancing now. Next year I told myself like it's straight going to be a lot of comedy videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Like I need to like put my stage performance, because I do hit stages, I do hit shows, you know, I'm on shows, but it's like I'm very bad with recording myself with shows.
Got it. Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
That was one of I have a list of stuff that I want to do and I need to do, and one of them was film more of my sets and post more clips.
Good.
'Cause on the podcast, like I do clips like every day, but I feel like I didn't have enough of my stand up on there.
Right.
But also, obviously, like I wanted it to look good too, so I just took more time and did that. And with that means I have to get booked more, right? I have to get booked more. I have to write new material. It forced me to. So that on my list, filming my sets and clipping more, forced me to go out and go get more shows and write more and film more of like the new material that I had.
Yeah. Domino effect that I had on you. That's good.
Yeah.
Real good. Yeah.
How different is it like doing stand up, right? Like upfront people than it is doing like your sketches, or do you think they go hand in hand? Like, is there a difference, or do you think they both like?
Yeah, it's way different. I would say because there's no one watching you, so you can literally say like anything, and you're gonna decide what you want to put up. And I think with comedy, it's very in the moment. It's very intermediate. What is it? No, intimate. You know what I mean? Like especially when you have rooms that we do as comics at the beginner levels for us, the amateurs right now that are trying to make a career out of this, we're going to get a lot of intimate rooms. So when you do have those intimate rooms, I think those are more strategic of like, now I have to be funny and tell them like, because I feel like people want to hear about you, you know what I mean? And I've seen tons of comics that like go up and just don't really talk about themselves. And I feel like sometimes they lose the crowd, because when you start to have an opinion in comedy, you start to be like, all right, people are going to either feel one way about you. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if you're like, today I missed the bus, you know, and just missing the bus is, okay, I'm being late. Someone's late. That being late is in general for everyone's going to hit someone here. You ever been late? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm glad my girl's late, you know, just, and then you're going off being late. So it's like very like, okay, contagious. Yeah. Where I feel like if it's like, you know, I think buses should run longer. You know, for people like me, it's like, that's how you feel.
Yeah.
You know?
It's your own opinion.
Right. I found like, because I was going off like stories and times that like I've been like hanging out with chicks and like, you know, I didn't know how to describe my comedy, that like things that happened to me. Obviously, they were funny, you know, stories that happened to me, but it wasn't funny to anyone else because it was very personal, as in like, this is what I think should have happened. But I think in general, yeah, it's very different with comedy and doing sketches. I like doing both though.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love both. If I had to choose, I'd rather go do a show though.
Out of filming filming a skit or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, since I'm in this weird like cinephile mood, I've been watching so much like movies and most of because I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I read a lot of books, and most of the books that I've read or have listened to were obviously there were comics, but they were more screenwriters than anything.
Wow.
So I just realized this, I want to say like last week, because I like writing. I like writing, short stories. My number one is jokes. I love writing jokes. Second are like prose writing. Prose writing is just like narrative writing, like writing a novel, like a short story.
Yeah.
But I figured out that like script writing, like writing for a movie, is completely different than writing like prose.
Yeah.
Which is more narrative writing.
Right.
So this past week, 2 weeks, I've been getting into a lot of like screenwriting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
So I don't know what
You gotta produce it now.
I do want to write a script.
Good.
I do want to write a script.
Yeah.
But I'm at the level where I need to know. I know how to do a story.
Yeah.
I can tell a story. But to tell a story in the format of like a script that professionals actually read,
understand,
actors read, cast reads,
Notes.
crews read. Like I want to write to that extent of writing a script.
Yeah. Good. No, you should. Honestly, y'all got to start somewhere. When I do these skits and I have like 6 people in them, literally I tell them, I write everything for everyone. What to wear, what to do, what to say, how to act. Just so I can feel like this is like, it is personal because it is my video, but I want it to be in general fun for everyone. Like I'll ask them like, this is the idea. Do you think you want to be a part of it? Like, what do you think of this idea? And they'll be like, yeah, no, yes, no. So anyone that comes in.
Do you get no's?
Yeah. I've gotten no's a couple of times. Just like, nah, I don't think that's a good one. But it's, it never hurts me.
Like the sketch, is it?
Mm-hmm.
The sketch or just the character that they're playing in the sketch? Because there could be both too, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I think it's the character they're playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not liking it. And I'm like, no, that's fine. I'll try to find someone that could fit it. But mostly everything, like I have to write it out. I have to, what's crazy is like before I do almost every sketch, I have to see it done in my head before I produce it, or else it won't be done.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, but I feel like that's kind of almost like of course you're working backwards in a sense to get it.
Wait, hold
done.
on. Say that again. You need to see what?
So I need to see it done in my head before I produce it, like in real life.
So you're creating, like, in a sense, like the movie already in your head.
Right. So when I did like the Goodfellas one, and I was doing it like, okay, I had to do a scene that everyone knows. And then I had to do a scene where it's like, okay, I have to do this way. I have to do a certain scene where it's like, it can't be too long, right? Because our attention span is very short. So the attention grabber was the nostalgia of that clip. So when I was putting it together, I was like, okay, we'll have everyone say something, like how they're saying like, hey, that was Tony back in the day, Tony 2 times. He used to say, all those times. I was getting little pieces from them and saying, okay, we don't have to literally say what they say because I don't want to copyright or anything. I kind of want to get it off with like Latinos also, but also Italians. So when I was doing it, I was thinking, okay, I have to say something that's very, very like stereotype for Mexicans in order to like go ahead and make it very
relatable.
Right, exactly, relatable. So when I did it like as tortas, it was relatable because of things I was saying in there. So I think before I even did it all, it was already done while we were doing it. You know what I mean? So sometimes when people are like, they think I'm mean. Like some people will be like, "Oh, you're mean." Like I'm like when we're filming it, I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just like stern. I know what I need because it's already done. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because like when we get there, you'll have trust me. Everyone knows I will take your idea or opinion, whatever. Like if you're like, what do you think about this? I won't be like, nah, that's stupid. I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's think about that. How we can imply it. Most of the time, it's like 50-50. Sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I won't. But at the same time, like I'll explain to them like, nah, I kind of see it like this because it's already done a certain way and it will make more sense this way. Plus, in general, I'm editing it. So it's like, You're not gonna be there when I edit it.
Right.
Does that make sense? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it makes sense.
You kind of just have to let me like ride the wave.
So nothing is like on the fly. It's everything you already predetermined what they're gonna look like, what they're gonna say, the way that it's gonna go. So you structured it all
Right.
before that day,
Right. They
Instead
think
of
it's on the
just like
fly,
an
though.
idea and then you getting there and like,
Right.
oh,
Exactly. They think it's on the fly. Sometimes the wording is on the fly because I've crammed so much into it, and I'm at like towards the end of the skit, and I'm like, fuck, I lost it. Like I'm like, oh shit, like hold on. And then like they're throwing stuff at me. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, okay, what about this? And like I'll start throwing things out, like riffing, doom, doom, doom. And they're like, yeah, no. I'm like, okay, what about this one? And they're like, okay, this one. So we'll all agree on it. And I think that's what they like too, to feel a counter. Because I'm like, I don't want to, because you're playing the character, and I'm going to give you the dialogue, but I don't want you to feel like I'm taking shots at you. It's just a character I see you playing, and if like you live it, then you could like, it'll be funny. It's all funny. You know what I mean? So even when I do like, we have one of my girls, shout out to Marguini, love you. She was like, at first she was like, I don't really know, because it's like, it's kind of offensive to me. And I was like, you're looking at it the wrong way. You got to look at it like you're the front line for these people.
you're representing.
Yes,
these people.
you are representing them, because there's been so many comments with these torta videos that have been like, damn girl, I feel great about my body now. Like they're loving it. And that's what I want. You know what I mean? Someone to feel good about themselves. And I think with doing the opposite and a girl actually being in that position what other girls feel like, and her representing and being like, nah, it's just chill out. It's just a joke. They feel more at ease to like even joke with it. You get what I mean? So that's why I feel like a lot of racist jokes like should be played by the opposite characters of that race.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean?
So like I think like
Hold on. What clarify that. What do you mean?
So like I think like a lot of like skits like that can't be done should be done by like the opposite race. So like I really think like I was
Example.
Okay, so I was telling my boy Drew. Drew got jokes. Shout out to Drew got jokes. Love you, boy. I was telling him about like a skit, and it was pretty stereotypes for the African Americans or the blacks, but it was like he saw it as like I kind of don't want to do it as like a stereotype for them because it's bashing them. And I said I completely understand. Don't get me wrong, but what if we did it the opposite way? What if I was doing it? And he was like, oh, you know what? Nah, still no way. So I really think like here's the joke. The joke was we're gonna drive around, me and my boy Drew. He's black, I'm Latino. We're gonna drive around, we're gonna see the homies, we're gonna see someone getting jumped, and it's a black crowd, and then we're gonna be like, expected, but both laugh at it, right?
Yeah.
And then we see someone robbing a bank, expected, we both laugh at it, boom, boom, boom. And we're just laughing, we're just like, dang man, why are we seeing all the stereotypes today? And it was more like, all right, so I just feel like I'm part of you now. I get to say the N-word, no? And he's like, nah, still no. And I think it sounds very bad right now as I'm explaining it. But I swear there was like a funniness to it. And I probably thought it when I was like, kind of high. But, I swear there was something in it. He knew what I was trying to get at, but I respect his decision for sure. I would never be like, nah, like you're whack for not doing it. I was like, no, I get you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, of course we want to keep the culture like positive, of course. Like that's all I'm about too. But sometimes when I feel like you're bashing the culture, it's almost like a push to them to funniness. That's how I feel,
Yeah, I think with I think just from my my understanding and just as a viewer,
yeah,
it's like let's just take it, since we're both Latino, right? We're all Latino. The Latino culture in sketches, and most of them are like about cholos, tortas, and I don't know,
right?
Cholos, let's say, because
that's all we know.
That's what it is, and there's that. But I feel like there's more stuff that we can pull out of the culture rather than
the stereotype.
Right. And it's not even just the like sketches. I think that there's more, like it just happens in film in general, like in cinema. Like we're always casted as the gangster, we're always casted as a cholo, we're always casted as a prisoner, we're always casted as some,
Yeah.
It's either that or we're like were casted as a Chicano instructor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just there's difference.
Well, what about homeboy that always plays Edgar in every?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Like they're like looking at his roles. Bruce Almighty, Edgar. This other movie, Fast and Furious, Edgar.
Hector.
My bad. Hector.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Hey, he made a name for himself out of it though.
Look, I think this is my opinion. I think like a lot of content on cholos and like things like that. Like that's what right now where we're at. That's what people.
That's the audience,
see,
exactly.
Right? That's our audience. That's what we want to see. That's what is like
popping.
Popping, and of course, as a creator, you have to go where it goes, right? But I think what Gil is saying is like this happened to us, and I'll hurry up because I know we're wrapping it up, but this happened to us where we joined this like community, right? And
it was a film community.
Community, and no shade to them, we love them, like everything, right? But we went, and everything that was there, that was like being presented, we were like, okay.
Questioning it.
We knew because that's all we know on film and on things that we see. But for Gil and I, like we are. Yes, Latino, like he's Chicano, I'm first generation, but I didn't grow up with tios that were cholos. Like I didn't grow up, being like a hot Cheeto girl. Like, I mean, I like Cheetos, but but like I'm the like rockera or even like, I like Mexican music and stuff like that. And then, so we felt very like, well, our whole life isn't just lowriders and labels. Like these labels, right? So that's when we started thinking like, oh shit, like this is what we're seen as, and it could be either really good and it's funny. I think it's entertaining. I like to see like I've seen your skits and I think they're funny. Like I laugh at them and I think like, yeah, that's funny.
Thank you.
But then it also is like, like, okay, well, that's not me.
Right.
But I could still laugh at it. And I think that's like...
But the point is to make, as an entertainer, as comedians, we're there to make people laugh.
Yeah, to make people laugh.
So it's like, why...
We're trying something, I feel like.
Right. Why would we make something that, sure, right. We're doing
small percentage of people.
that nobody's gonna understand.
Yeah. And it's true. It's but I would like to
slope.
see I would like to see something that like I could be like, oh yeah, that was me. Like, you know what I mean? And maybe that's a sign for me to come up with it or somebody to come up with it. And I think that's what the push, so that's where I was trying to get out to with that was like, once we seen that, it was kind of our push to like, okay, like we are part of this community, but we don't fall in this community 100%. How do we create things that are for us and this other smaller subculture of who we are, you know? And I think to go back on what you were saying about doing like counter things of like stereotypes, like even going into the realm of that, of like using other stereotypes or other even subcultures within our own culture will also open up other avenues of like, you know.
Well, last thing, sorry. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the emo sketch with you and Jay Valentino with the Blink 182.
Yeah, that's funny.
That one was really good, and that touched on like a subculture that even I can be familiar with because I love pop punk and I love Blink 182.
Yeah, I was like, it's like the nostalgia is a lot of things that people miss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%. Dude.
So like even with like you were saying like crossing over black and brown, like when I did the Friday ones.
Oh, like, dude.
Like
how many views do you have on that now?
That one's like 1.2 mil.
Wow.
And then another one's like at 500.
Good job.
That's amazing, dude.
Man, appreciate that.
Good job.
And you do the editing too?
Everything, yeah.
Dude, everything looks really good.
Thank you, man.
It looks really good.
Appreciate
I enjoy them.
Yeah, no, those ones, I was like, if you see the comments, a lot of them are like, hell yeah, I like this, that you guys did this. And then you have the ones that are like, you guys are always trying to copy us. And I'm like, everyone's inspired by something, dog.
Yeah.
Everyone. Inspired.
It's everything. Yeah. Star Wars was inspired by something. American Graffiti was inspired. I'm all saying George Lucas.
But even like
Jurassic Park
Friday, it's very like
it's
California
also for
thing.
Yeah,
like
it's also like for cholos too. Honestly, like we don't go through that.
And that's the thing is that we, as brown and black people, we don't realize that we are very much so similar than we think. You know, and it's I don't know. I seen that one and it's really good. But good job. You're doing a really great job.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Killing it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the writing is freaking on point. Do the editing. My biggest thing about like sketches, like in general, are just the way that they're produced,
right,
and edited. Yeah. And I feel like you really care about what you're putting out, and that speaks volumes. Because
thank you.
Even like I'm just writing like sketches and getting into that, you know, realm of stuff. I see that because I do a lot of editing too, and it takes a lot of time. Yeah. Not only you're doing everything. You're writing it. You're writing it. You're putting it all together. You're getting all these actors. You're getting everybody together. These comics. You're directing it. Not only that, you're also in the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then after that, you got to go home
edit it
and put it all together and post it. And along with that,
keep the same thing going on the next day, if you could.
Whatever you're doing on. And then it's not only that, dude, you have to be ready for whatever comes, whatever the internet is going to throw at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's mentally draining as opposed to physically draining, doing all that stuff, dude.
Yeah, man.
But you're doing an awesome job, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Drew, thanks for coming out and doing the podcast, man.
Thank you.
This was freaking awesome, man. Yeah. We got to have you again.
Yeah, let's come back. We'll talk about the... Funny as fuck contest.
That's right. We said we were going to put the pin on that one.
I want to hear you guys' thoughts on
that.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. Tell us where we can find you, what you got coming up, any shows.
Yeah, I'm at a brewery show at Beer Thug Brewery, I think it's called.
Oh, they're back?
Yeah.
What city?
I forgot. Sergio told me about it. Shout out to Sergio. Coming up next week, next Thursday, I'll be June 5th at the Stand Up Comedy Club for shout out to Tortarby's 3-year anniversary show. That one's gonna be good. But if you guys want to follow me, Drew Laughs on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Drew Laughs. And thank you for the content creation posts and appreciation. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Anything else?
No, that's it. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me. It was fun. Don't talk to dolphins, huh?
Yeah.
It's illegal.
Don't talk to dolphins, dude.
We learn something new every time we do the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what I got. What do I got? I got Thai Angel comedy show at the end of this month, May. I got, of course, we have a podcast every Monday night or Monday morning on this channel, whenever you're listening to this. On whatever, YouTube, Spotify. I'm doing a show at Astronaut City in the city of that city, wherever Astronaut City is in.
Arcadia.
Arcadia? Is there Arcadia?
Yeah.
Arcadia, and then I have to pay my Toyota car on the 15th is what this is.
What your calendar
saying.
Yeah. Teresa runs that club. Shout out to Teresa Lowe.
Oh, dude, she's cool.
Yeah.
She's really cool. And then let's see. I think I'm doing something on June 19th, so hit me up on that, and go follow me at GillBillyDelic on Instagram. That's it. We're doing some cool stuff here. Peace out.
Yeah.
See you.
The Mind Buzz. Podcast.